I wonder how someone decides they're old. Is it a birthday? A heartbreak? A setback? An illness? We've all seen an 80-year-old who can match the energy and enthusiasm of a child, and a 50-year-old who is feeble and frail. What makes a person decide to limit their choices, to stop reaching out, to dim their light? Is it exhaustion from a world that can seem overwhelming? Or a feeling that the future just isn't worth the time or effort? Regardless of the decision, the planet keeps on with its incredible magic. Trees still patiently wait for us to notice them. Flowers pop up in spring. The sun predictably rises every morning, all whether we find joy in them or not. They didn't quit, did we? We can choose at any time to appreciate all that is amazing and beautiful and new around us. To laugh, to delight, to play, to discover. It's always here and will always be here for us. It's just a decision away.
I seriously need to get it together.
I've been in my new place about a month now and have been very busy getting it all together. And I can say that it is totally cozy, absolutely comfortable, and I think pretty doggone cute. I, however, am not. If you've been following my adventures lately, you'll know that I recently moved from Central Oregon down to Northern California. It was a pretty unexpected move. I wasn't really looking forward to it. Actually, I wasn't looking forward to it at all, but I ended up getting it done, and I pretty much managed everything by myself. One of the things that I have learned over the course of my life, because I kind of had to, was how to manage stress. I know that stress, more than almost anything in our lives right now, can really have a negative impact on our health and our mood. So I have learned how to keep stress at a minimum in my life. This could have been a very stressful move. It wasn't stressful. It was hard. In other words, there were days that by the end of the day, I was just exhausted, physically exhausted. And I was super glad that I had some level of fitness to help me move furniture from upstairs downstairs, to lift and heft all the boxes, to loading up my car, to unloading my car, all the things. I really was very grateful and cognizant that the fact that I have a certain level of fitness was really, really good. One of the things that I did in order to manage the stress was I gave myself permission to make it easy. And one of the things that made it easy for me was not stressing over what I was eating and whether I was working out or not. I just simply did not have the time to add that stress onto my life. I pretty much ate what I wanted, and I just put aside working out, except for my rebounder and doing my red light, that sort of thing, during the move. Well, now that I'm all settled in here, pretty much, I still have a few organizing things to do. It's time for me to take a look at my body and my level of fitness. And you know what? It's gone downhill. It really, really has. I had a ball eating just about anything I wanted. There was no cheeseburger that went ungobbled up. I pretty much just ate what I wanted. And in my world, a cheeseburger is perfect food. It just is. You may think it would be lobster or risotto or something fancy. No, it's a cheeseburger. That's my favorite food. So I got off my own back while I was moving and just decided to give myself free rein to not exercise, not stress about exercising, pretty much grab what was easy, convenient, and sounded good instead of cooking at home. Long story short, I am now ready to address the changes in my body that have happened over the course of those several weeks, couple of months almost. My stomach looks like it's carrying a purse. My face looks like it's aged 10 years. And for me, I am very aware of what I look like because I'm on YouTube. And I can see what I looked like a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I am very aware when things are going sideways. So the bottom line is, now that I have the place mostly put together, my current goal is getting myself back into shape. Of course, joining a gym or putting together an exercise routine is the first place that we need to go. And I know that lifting heavy is what really works for my body. I have lifted in the past. It is something that I actually love doing. And I recently joined a gym. Oh, look, there's Lucy. She's been sleeping all morning because we went out for a walk this morning. It's raining. In the rain, she got soaking wet. So she's been napping ever since then. Back to getting fit. So I have joined a gym and I'm focusing on a new routine of kettlebell training, which I'm really enjoying. It's an offshoot of weight training, but I'm interested in learning more about it. It's a very efficient exercise. And I not only have joined a local gym, but I have a couple of kettlebells and some free weights here in my house for when I just don't feel like going to the gym, or I don't have time, or I want to get in a quick workout. We all know that putting together a good exercise routine is fundamental to really keeping our body in shape. What I'm going to share with you today are other activities that I do that I think really make a difference in keeping my body flexible and feeling youthful. And I think you're going to love them. As I mentioned, I joined a gym, and one of the reasons I joined this particular gym is because they have an infrared sauna. I mean, the angels started singing when I saw that. This gym is so affordable, and the fact that they have an infrared sauna is worth the price of my monthly admission easily, absolutely easily. If you haven't really gone down the sauna train, I would encourage you to think about it. Having a sauna is so good for our bodies because what does it do? It helps to detox our entire system. We are living right now in a very toxic environment. There are chemicals everywhere. There's chemicals in our food. There's chemicals in the water. There's chemicals falling down on us from the air. Have you looked up lately? There's chemicals in the things they try to sell us to put on our bodies and on our hair. Chemicals are everywhere, and we can see it just walking around. We all know that people are heavier now than they've ever been. I mean, think back to when we were in high school. People did not look like they look today. And that inflammation, or what we would call chubbiness or heaviness, a lot of that is inflammation. When you get in a sauna and really sweat for 20 or 30 minutes, you are sweating out all those toxins that your body has picked up, and it is coming out your pores in a lovely way because then your body doesn't have to deal with it anymore. So getting a good sauna is absolutely wonderful. I not only have an infrared sauna at my gym that I go into every time I finish a workout, but there is a little day spa half a mile from my house that has the most gorgeous Swedish sauna out in the back underneath the pine trees. I'm telling you, it's absolutely magical. I can go over there and for a very small fee, go right into that sauna, sit and sweat for 20 or 30 minutes, flush those toxins out of my body. And then here's the kicker. They have the most gorgeous, magical outdoor shower underneath the pine trees, which I just trot my little self over to that strip naked in this little outdoor sauna, standing among the pine trees. It's absolutely lovely. And when it's raining, it's even better because the hot water from the shower with the coolness from the rain, it's absolutely magical. What I want to encourage you to do is, if you're interested, check in your community. Where can you get into a sauna? If you have a sauna at home, that's fabulous. But there's a lot of ways to get in a sauna. Often day spas will let you come in and just use the sauna. I've actually been getting massages just to treat myself because I was pretty stiff and sore after that whole move. So I would take a sauna and then go get a massage. What I'm going to do moving forward is whenever I have the time or I'm in the mood, is I'm going to go on over there, pay a small fee, and go sit in that sauna and have that lovely outdoor shower. So look around in your community. Does your gym have an infrared sauna? Is there a day spa that will let you in to take a sauna for a small fee? It really is one of the most effective ways that we not only can impact our health in a very positive way, but we can flush out all those toxins in our body. Check your community, see if there's a sauna you can take advantage of. I think you're going to love the results. Another thing that I have been doing is this morning exercise routine that's all over social media. If you're on my email newsletter list, you've seen me feature it a few times. And if you're not on my email newsletter list, you might want to be. The link is in the description box down below. It is probably the most popular thing about my channel. Women get their coffee on Sunday mornings, read the Sunday morning email newsletter, watch the Sunday morning video. It's a whole thing. So go ahead and join us on my email newsletter if you haven't. The link is in the description box down below. I think you're really going to enjoy it. This little exercise routine is called a few things. Mostly I have seen it listed or referred to as a Thai morning workout. It is a series of moves. I think there's 5 or 6, perhaps 7, depending on which little routine that you watch. I was laughing when I first saw it. I really was, because the movements themselves don't seem like much. They really, really don't. And I think it takes just about maybe 5 to 7 minutes to do the whole routine, depending on which one you follow. They're all very, very similar, and I will also have several of them listed down below because there's tons of them, particularly on Instagram. Well, a few months back when I first noticed this, I thought, I'm going to do that for a month because I think it's stupid. I don't think it's going to do anything at all. And you know what? I did it, and I was shocked and stunned at how much of a difference it really made, not only in the way my body felt, but how my body looked. The way that I can describe it after doing it for several months now, and I pretty much do this routine almost every morning. Now, sometimes I'll do a few of the exercises first thing in the morning, like while I'm waiting for my coffee to be ready, and then I'll do a few later in the morning. Sometimes I do the whole routine all together. Sometimes I do the routine at the gym before I work out with weights in order to warm up. One thing I can tell you is it is like lymphatic drainage for your entire body. There are something about this series of movements that really flush out a lot of toxins, a lot of water weight, just a lot of, that thick feeling that you can have, particularly in your abdominal area. What I can suggest to you is commit to doing it for a month, 4 weeks, at least 5 or 6 days a week. And I think that you're going to be so surprised at how your body feels. The movements themselves just look like nothing. You think, well, what's that going to do? You're just flopping your arms around, or you're pointing up in the air, or this or that. It's nothing that is hard. There's no movements that you have to work on to figure out. They're super, super easy. But there's something completely magical about the series of exercises that really, really make a difference. And I know for me, when I was right in the thick of moving and I didn't get it done, I could really tell a difference. So I can highly recommend that you pick one of these, and I'll have a bunch listed in the description box down below. Pick one, do it for a month, and then promise me that you will either send me an email or comment on this video or message me on Instagram how you feel after a month of doing it. I think you're going to be amazed. When it comes to keeping fit, for me, my Rebounder is such a superstar in my life. I absolutely love it. And I'll have to tell you that when I first saw Rebounding, again, I laughed. I thought that is the dumbest thing. That's not going to do anything. Well, I thought that until I got one. And oh my gosh, the first time I got on this Rebounder, I lasted less than a minute. I'm telling you what, I was stunned and shocked at how much harder it was than I thought. The reason is because a Rebounder works your core right here, particularly the muscles around the back of where your stomach is, that lower back area. I was jumping up and down on that Rebounder for the first time, and the muscles in my back, which had not been used from kayaking and hiking and weight training and this and that, were engaged, and they were screaming at me. I learned pretty quickly that rebounding is no joke. It is such a great exercise. It took me a little while to get over that 1 minute because those muscles that were being engaged, I hadn't used. And it was so hard. I was just laughing at myself because I thought rebounding was dumb. What I have since learned is rebounding is absolutely one of the best things we can do. Lymphatic drainage, it really, really hits your core. You get a good aerobic workout. You get a leg workout. I mean, there's so many things about a rebounder that are so very good. This rebounder is from Leaps and Rebounds, and I did some research when I was looking around at rebounders. This was a very affordably priced one with really, really good quality. I have hauled this from Reno to South Carolina, then down to Florida, and then across the country to Oregon, and now it's here in Northern California with me. It just pops apart. Everything unscrews. It is so easy to take it apart and put it back together. And when you pull it all apart, it's just not much volume. So I have fitted in my car every single one of these journeys because it's so important to me. This little guy is such a great investment, and it is such an easy, convenient way to really hit a lot of the areas we want to hit. As the years go on, your quads, the upper part of your legs, are one of the most important muscles that we want to hang on to and make sure are really strong as we grow older, because they're very, very important for getting up and off the couch, to getting up if you happen to fall. It's a very, very important muscle for us. So we want to do whatever we can to keep it strong, limber, flexible, and really engaged. My Rebounder has a special place in my heart. If you've got one, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It is 5 to 10 minutes a day, 5 to 6, maybe 7 days a week. It is super fun. You're going to notice a lot of lymphatic drainage. You're going to notice a tighter core and a stronger back. You're going to notice your legs and calves toning up. Truly, it's all good. I have absolutely no problem with the fact that I just turned 69. I couldn't give a rip. And as a matter of fact, I am so excited for my 70s because I just have a funny feeling that they're going to be a blast. I just really do. So the calendar going by doesn't bother me a bit, not even a little bit. However, the last thing I want to do is get old. I just don't. I have zero interest in getting old. Zero. There's nothing about it that sounds fun. I am committed to staying as active, doing as much fun stuff, getting outdoors. I just don't want to stop and slow down because there's so many fun things to do on this planet. So getting old is not on my agenda. One thing that I know that really helps keep us more active is being flexible and having a body that really works as well as it did when we were younger. I'm going to share 2 movements with you right now that, like the Thai morning exercises, seem small and almost insignificant, but oh my gosh, they will make such a difference in the way your body feels, the level of energy you have, and your mobility and flexibility. The first one is hands. What exercises do you do for your hands? Probably none. Who does exercises for their hands? Well, I do now. These 2 movements were shown to me by Penny Kelly, who is, I don't know how old Penny is, probably close to 80. She looks fabulous. And the woman still runs. I mean, it's amazing. So these 2 exercises I now have in my morning routine, and they really make a difference. I want to encourage you to follow along with me right now and make a commitment to add them to your routine for a month, maybe along with your Thai morning exercises. The first one is hands. Did you know that you have 27 bones in each hand? Really? And my hands, luckily, work terrific. Nothing is sore. I don't have any stiff joints, which I am so grateful for because my grandmother, long before she was my age, her hands looked like this, and there was large knots in all her knuckles. She had really bad arthritis, the same with my mother. For some reason, my hands work wonderfully. I think it's just a few things that I've added along the way, but I do take care of my hands. This little exercise for your hands is so easy, and you can add it into your routine at any time. I like to do it when I'm sitting in front of my red light in the morning. Let me show you what it is. It is nothing but flopping your hands around. Circles and back and forth and like this and then in the other direction. Just keep flopping your hands around in any direction that feels right to you, and you're going to feel your hands limber up. And what this is doing is it's really helping the mobility in all 27 of those bones and the connective tissues. When you are flexing and limbering up your hands, it is increasing the blood flow. It is increasing the connectivity in all the different ligaments in your hands. It is helping your flexibility. It really is a wonderful way to keep your hands very flexible and very comfortable as the years go on. So flop those hands around, ladies. It's nothing but a good result from doing that. The next thing I want to show you again is a really easy exercise shown to me by Penny Kelly. I am sitting on a little footstool right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist around to the back. Once I'm twisted as far as I can go, I'm going to take my head and I'm going to lift it all the way up, and I'm going to tuck my chin all the way down, and I'm going to lift my head up, and I'm going to tuck my chin all the way down. Again. Do that head tilt up and down anywhere from 5 to 10 times for every twist. Now I'm going to go to the other side, and I have my hand kind of tucked in behind my butt. I have my other hand on my knee, so I'm really twisting that spine. And I'm going to take my head up and down, up and down, up and down. And the twist on my spine feels so good. It really does. This will limber up your spine. It will impact all the muscles up and down your back and all the way up your neck into the back of your head. And what I have found is when I don't do this, I can really tell. This feels so good. It's like stretching all those muscles along your back, and it really helps with that ability to turn and feel very, very flexible. And I know for me that I can get schlumpy. That is my weakness. When I see myself on videos, I think, oh my gosh, you're acting like an old lady, girl. Look at how schlumpy you are. I don't like schlumpy. I like energetic and bright and quick movements and this and that. I am a slower person. I don't do much fast. So schlumpy is where I can go. Everybody's different. Maybe it's different for you, but schlumpy is absolutely what I don't want to do. So keeping my flexibility and mobility really, really with a wide range in it really helps me feel a little less schlumpy. With the seated twists, I will do probably 10 on each side. So 1, and then raise my head up and down for 5 to 10 times, and then I'll move to the other side 5 to 10 times. Once you start doing this and adding it into your routine, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. It could be, while you're waiting for a call back from a friend, or when you have a few minutes before you get into the shower. Make it easy on yourself. But one thing I think you'll find is once you start doing it, you'll miss it when you don't, because the stretch feels so good and the looseness in your spine, is just lovely. Hey, down here, are you squatting every day? I mean, all the way down squat. If you're not, you need to be, because this mobility is what helps us as we grow older to get up off the floor, to stay limber, stay flexible. Doing these kind of squats is great. But what you really want to do every workout is all the way down and stay there, because this is what's going to really help us maintain our level of fitness and maintain our level of flexibility. If you can't squat all the way down, you can definitely start working on it. When I first started working on this, I couldn't get all the way down either. What I did is I just used the countertop in my kitchen as a way to hang on to that and go as low as I can. And I just kept working on it until I was able to get all the way down and stay all the way down. Flexibility is one of the most important things that we want to hang on to as we get older. So start working on that full squat. Look, right there. I have bone broth simmering on the counter there. It smells so good in here. It smells like heaven. It really does. So ladies, I think adding years onto our life is nothing but exciting. More wisdom, more experience, more patience, more kindness. It's just all good. But adding years doesn't mean we have to get old. I hope that you found this useful and helpful, and that you'll incorporate some of these dandy little moves into your routine. We want to stay fit, we want to stay vital, we want to stay flexible, and we want to stay energetically happy as the wonderful years pass by. I want to thank you so much for joining me. You guys know it just makes my day when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 and over 60 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.